Hello everyone, my name is Putty and welcome back to another episode of Mid-Atlantic Warriors. So, this is Monday the 1st, January 2019, and I'm going to kind of restart the series here. So here's my idea. I'm going to introduce to you the new roster, I'm going to introduce to you the new schedule, and then I'm going to tell you basically what Mid-Atlantic Wrestling is all about, kind of like I did in the first episode. And then after that, we're just going to book every event again. I was thinking that's probably the way to do it, right? I mean, that's what we did at the start, and I think that was the best time of the series. So that's what we're going to do. We are going to book all of these events, one event per episode, and that's going to be the series. And I think that's honestly the way to do it. I won't book the TV shows on screen. I'll book the events, and I think that's the best way to do it. So, let's introduce to you the roster, but before we do, I think we should do the titles. So, obviously, we have 3 tournaments throughout the year, one in January, one in April, and one in July. We've got a men's singles championship, we've got a women's singles championship, and we've got a tag team championship. For we should make this open gender. Yeah, we have done. Okay, cool. So, we got an open gender tag team title. We also have a men's heavyweight title, currently held by Ernest Youngman. These are the former champions. And we have a women's main title, currently held by Alicia Strong. She's held it for a long time. Television title held by Austin Smooth, who won it on the last television show of the year against the Gravedigger. And then we got the Mid-Atlantic Tag Team Champions, 3 times champions, the Team Chaos, Deuce Deadline and Robbie Wright. Deuce Deadline, Robbie Wright, and Ernest Youngman are a trio, so they have all the gold now. They're the only stable here. They used to be managed by Dredd, but we recently released him. Just parted ways. They don't really need him anymore. He taught everything he needed to teach. So here's the roster. It's a little bit more bloated than a couple of years back. It's not quite perfect yet. I got a couple of contracts out there. So we've obviously got the main event scene. Out of these, the important ones really are Nigel Svensson, former champion, face, good wrestler, but not very good entertainment skills, which has kind of left him in an interesting position. Fro Shore, really good entertainment skills and really good wrestler, probably the star of the company for the last couple of years, really over. Ernest Youngman, the current world champion, getting there, slowly starting to get over. Decent entertainment skills, really good wrestler. And then in this upper mid-card scene, you've got Dean Waldorf and Marv Stadler, who used to be a tag team and are still an occasional tag team, but they're starting to branch into the singles division now. You got Logan Wolfsbane, who has proven himself to be really good in the ring, and even though I've never really pushed him, he keeps getting good grades, so, there's that. You got my user avatar. This is the character I'm playing. It's the Gravedigger. Just veteran presence on the roster, really. Aside from that, you have Animal DeVille, former push guy. He's got an ability to get over based on how scary he is, but isn't really much aside from that. Austin Smooth, really good worker, slowly starting to climb the ranks too. Then in the mid-card, Honolulu Joseph is somebody who I've wanted to push for a while. Decent ass worker, but probably never going to make it in the big time. American Elemental is a really encouraging worker, got a ton of upside, is going to be a huge boost to the future. And then in these lower mid-card ranks, there's nobody huge that I really want to talk about, except for Chucky Dorrance. He's got some potential. The rest are probably mid-carders at best. Then in the women's division, we have a bunch of really good workers, but the best workers, the ones that are the main event scene, is Alicia Strong, Brooke Tyler, Belle Bryden, and Joanne Rodriguez. Possibly Fuyuko Higa, Lily Snyder, and Lauren Easter as well. But the big 4 are definitely Alicia, Brooke, Belle, and Joanne. And then in terms of our non-wrestling talent, we have 3 managers. Michelle manages her sister Tracy. She was with us for a while as an active wrestler, then she retired. Chloe Dean is Fro Shore's manager. They've had a fantastic relationship. They've had a fantastic run as manager and managee for the last 2 years or so. Obviously, Karen Killer used to manage the Ring Generals. Now I think she only manages Dean. He only manages one of them now for sure. Rock Downpour was an announcer who we brought in who was okay and has turned into a fantastic announcer. Ernie Turner is reasonably charismatic and works colour for us. Anna Garcia is our general manager. Wilson Carlisle is a fantastic referee, and Sam Keith is the owner of the company and also a fantastic road agent. Used to be an on-screen character too. Ran the Sam Keith succession, but that stable kind of crumbled and finally got put to rest at the most recent WrestlePalooza event. So there you go. That is the roster. Here are our tag teams, although those are still getting added to, so we probably shouldn't mention that. Here's the contracts I've thrown up, by the way. Don't worry, I don't think I'm going to go for either of these jobs. I just wanted to see if I could get them. We're also negotiating with, I think, a medium pay-per-view. We're negotiating with the same people who run TCW's pay-per-views, which is kind of cool. TCW, obviously, an international company, but they just haven't updated their pay-per-view deal yet, I guess. These top guys are guys we're bringing back. He's for a tag team. These two are a tag team. We're signing Elemental to a deal and to a written deal because we only have him on paper appearance. We're signing Acid too for a little bit because he's really freaking good. So we brought him in on paper appearance just to see if we can develop him a little bit and maybe take him one day. And then we're signing Salian Christensen. Yeah. And then I think the rest of these are developmental contracts. So yeah, I brought in a new youth crop. Lots of reasons for that. I have them on a Excel document now, and I'm hoping to develop them over like 1 year courses. Look, it's Eric Tyler. One sec, Eric Tyler. So like we're gonna spend a year trying to instill like basics into these guys, and then we're gonna take a look at all 14 males and I think 4 females, so all 16 of them, and see how much they've developed, and then we're gonna try and more systematically develop our youth crop in the future. So yeah, that's what we're trying on that one. Okay, let's take a look at the year we've just had. So, in terms of popularity, here is where we're at. We are a cult company. We need to get to 65 in importance in 8 regions of the US to get to national. We're already there in the Mid-Atlantic. We're almost there in the Southeast. We're a little bit far off in the Great Lakes, and we're really far off in the Tri-State. But we have a good base in all 4 of those regions. At least 50 in all 4 of them. In the Tri-State and Great Lakes, we can probably get about 10,000 people on a pay-per-view. In the Mid-Atlantic, we know we can get about 25,000 people and 10,000 per TV taping. In the Tri-State, I think the highest we've gotten is 5,000, but I'm hoping, because we've got a pay-per-view in the Tri-State this year, to boost that up a bit by the end of the year. The rest of the places are going to continue to go up due to our TV deal. We also have TV in Canada. We have a TV deal with the Pop Network, who have, I think it's very small, or just, yeah, I think it's small or very small coverage in all of the US and all of Canada. We also have a pay-per-view deal with My Select TV. Oh, which reminds me, we should cancel this contract. Yeah, because then we can get this negotiations with U-Demand. But maybe they won't accept the negotiations. If they don't, we'll just go and negotiate with a medium company, because I know I can. But yeah, so that was our pay-per-view deal, but we're going to get a new one. So here's our announcers, like I said, reasonably charismatic, fantastic announcer. He just continues to get better too. I wonder when he's going to hit his cap, because look, he just keeps getting better. It's ridiculous. He used to be B too. Yeah. Used to work for New York City. Possibly worth signing these two to written deals. Not sure though. And then we've got this guy. We should mention Paris Borden, who is somebody who has already had a B- match, by the way, with Froshore, which was here, which shows he's obviously not useless in the ring. But he isn't great in the ring. But what really is great about him is he does have amazing entertainment skills. So I'm interested to see what the future holds for Mr. Paris Borden there. In terms of our schedule, we have the Ripcord Invitational in January. It's highly regarded. Sorry, it's not. It's a above average regarded show. First time it'll be held on pay-per-views this year. It's the, I think, 14th iteration of the tournament. It's a 16-man tournament to determine basically who is the best around. Usually on the indie scene, but we've kind of left the indie scene now. So just the best guy in the company. Sometimes we're bringing some foreign talent to work in there too. And then we've got the Wrestling Classic, which is just a normal show. There's the logo. I've made a few logos, by the way. I'll show you them all, because they're not all going to be on here. Super Showdown, which is a personal favorite of mine. The Jeanette Vaughn Memorial Cup. There's a new logo I made. Hopefully it's not dreadful. Um, then we got old school rules, which is usually a few maybe gimmick matches like Texas Death and such. We've done a couple of those, and then we've got a new one replacing Fan Festival. One night in New York. We did this show last year, but I've made a logo for it, and we're gonna make it like a normal thing. So every year we're gonna hold one pay-per-view outside of the Mid-Atlantic. So here are the ideas I came up with for shows abroad or shows in different regions. So you got one night in Dallas, because we're going to be trying to expand into the Mid-South soon, because it's a 100 importance region. One night in New York, which we're doing this year. One night in Montreal, and then I got a more ambitious one, which is one night in London. So yeah, hopefully we'll be able to do a couple of these, but we'll see. Definitely, the one night in New York one is definitely happening this year, and then we're trying to expand into the Mid-South and Quebec. Those will be two important regions that I'd love to expand into, because they're both 100 importance, as you can see. What that means is 34 pop equals 34 importance. That's not what happens anywhere else, really. Like, in most saves, the Tri-State starts at 100. I think in this one it did too, but it's deteriorated over the last couple of years, because New York City wrestling is awful. But yeah, so that basically all importance, and also community size, because they've got high community size as well. What that means is how much attendance you can get. So having 70 pop in the Mid-Atlantic and 70 pop in the Mid-South would hold a better attendance. And attendance is essential to our profitability as a cult company. As you can see, we've broken 1 million ticket sales on, I think, any occasion we've held a pay-per-view. I think we've only held 3 pay-per-views so far. So talking about that, we should probably look at we should look at top 10s from top 10s from last year. So top 10 events: WrestlePalooza 2, the big event of the year, then the Night of the Champions, and Fight Night 1, Strong versus Tyler. These two were pay-per-views. Night of the Champions was just a big event. The rest of our top 10 consists of TV shows that were pretty good. Top 10 matches: number 1, Alicia Strong defeats Brooke Tyler at Strong v Tyler, the first ever pay-per-view we ever ran. Joanne Rodriguez defeats Brooke Tyler at the Night of the Champions. Tommy Cornell defeats Frankie Perez at WrestlePalooza. Ernest Youngman defeats Nigel Svensson in the main event of WrestlePalooza. Tommy Cornell, Nigel Svensson on Maw TV. Tommy Cornell, Fro Sure at the Night of the Champions. Tommy Cornell, Benny Benson on Maw TV. Fro Sure, Dwayne Stone on Maw TV. Fro Sure and the Gravedigger defeating Casey Valentine and Ernest Youngman on Maw TV. Fro Sure defeating Tommy Cornell on Maw TV. Yep. And then top 10 attendances, 27,000 at Fight Night 2, Svensson versus Tornado, almost 27,000 at WrestlePalooza 2, almost 23,000 at Fight Night 1, Strong v Tyler. And then we got 15,000 twice, one for Eno versus Svensson and one for the Night of the Champions. Then we got almost 13,000 for the Capital Tour, which was bullshit. And then we've also had Maw TV fill out the 10,000 capacity Mall Zone on a ton of occasions. And then we did 3 pay-per-views. Fight Night 2 did a 0.23 buy rate. Fight Night 1, which was Strong v Tyler, did a 0.25 buy rate. And then WrestlePalooza did a 0.32 buy rate. There you go. That's the long and short of it. Oh, I should show you the progress we made over the last year. So there you go. Huge progress. We did not win Most Improved Company. A random shitty British company did, and I'm very bitter about it. But yeah, that's our progress over the last year. If we can make the similar progress this year, then that would be fantastic. If we could get the Tri-State up another 22 points, that would be great. I just don't think we will. If we can get the Tri-State up to like 60 or 70, though, that would be fantastic. That would be great. Alright, so that would be about that, I feel. That's our backstage rating. It's still at 100, thank God. No pre-booking yet. Shirt the size. Medical, nobody's hurt. Nothing's wrong with that. No drug testing, obviously, still, because we can't afford that bullshit. Company relationships, we should show this. Oh, they're not on here, or they have to go into the shitty screen. They're hard to show you. But yeah, those are existing relationships. We're hostile with a bunch of people. We also have a child company. Here we go. Creative meeting. These are our franchise players. Christian Faith is really old, so don't just ignore him. These two probably are the important ones. Then these are next big things. Hot prospects are here. Yeah, 5 fantastic. Oh no, Murder is not fantastic. 4 fantastic wrestlers. Look at her. I found her. She seems like an almost better prospect than Francisca Duran, because that psychology is already great, but that consistency is a little rough. But Francisca Duran is amazing. She'll get there one day. She's almost there. Okay, aside from that, my nose is really blocked up, so I'm going to end the episode. Oh, I should show you awards first. One second, I'm just going to sniff. Okay, sorry about that. Okay, so, Tommy Cornell wins Wrestler of the Year, unsurprisingly. That was all down to us. Tag Team of the Year is, actually, let me just show you, it was not all down to us. Look at this top 10 for last year. All of Tommy Cornell's top 10 matches are 99s or higher. Oh. Okay, just wanted to show you that. Tag Team of the Year goes to Joey Minnesota and Koshiro Ino. Young Wrestler, that guy. Veteran Wrestler, Yoshi! Pride Honor, Vet. Great worker. In his prime, he had, like, amazing... Oh, he still does. Yeah, he's amazing. Yoshi is great. Great at everything. Perfect Japanese worker. Independent Wrestler, another Quizmaster win. Company TCW, which is the first time they've ever won it. That's awesome. Most improved, these guys. How can they be most improved? We've improved way more. God damn you. Oops. Match of the Year was Tommy Cornell, Koshiro Ino. Card of the Year, TCW Psycho Circus. God, that was a good show. That's the best card of all time. God. Manager of the Year, Emma Chase. Dwayne Fry, I think. Manager of the Year, Rebecca Richley again. Referee of the Year was our guy again, so that's the only award we won. In terms of, I haven't actually looked at the Power 500 yet. Any of our guys top 5, top 10? No, but Joshua Taylor did. Really? Huh. And we obviously have had Tommy in a couple times. Stephen Parker we've been in a couple times. None of our guys make even top 20. Well, I guess they haven't had great years. Nigel and Ernest would be the most likely, wouldn't they? And they didn't have fantastic years. How highly did Nigel and Ernest rank? I hope they both made top 100. First we'll check Fro, because Fro's Fro. Fro dropped out of the top 100 because he had a bit of a quiet year. Didn't really have the opponents to make anything count. Nigel is nowhere near top 10, which worries me because Ernest probably isn't. Sorry, top 100 I mean. Neither is Ernest. God, our roster has fallen from glory, I feel. Quite a bit. I can't think of anyone else who would be even close. Probably the women. Yeah. The women have probably had great years. Let's push women's division. Alicia is not even as high as the men. God damn. Belle's really low down. Brooke, top 150. Francisca's made the top 500 at least. Oh, Fuyukuhiga is 36 because of her stuff with 5-star, I would assume. Yeah, she's had like 99s in 5-star. Yeah. Well, Fuyuku. Fair play. Fair play. That's not us though. Joanne Rodriguez doesn't even make top 200. Lily Snyder hasn't really been with us. And Maribel wouldn't have made top 100. Laura Lista, probably not, but no, it doesn't even make top 200. Interesting. Huh. Roster's not looking fantastic, but hopefully we'll improve that this year. We will see. We will see. So, thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please leave a thumbs up. Check out subscribe if you haven't already. And I will see you guys back here for the Ripcord Invitational. Ripcord Invitational 4 live on pay-per-view. So yeah, I'll see you guys then.